a song that you think is really shit. A song that makes you wonder how did that become a hit. Sometimes you need to hear a discussion about that in regular podcast format. Well, there's a lot of bad songs that we're gonna attack. 1001 steamy piles of crap. I'm telling you the truth, you know that we don't lie. Here's 1001 songs that make you wanna die. Oh,
and now here's your hosts, Zav, Bevo, Dan, and Chibbsy.
This is 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die, the podcast where we destroy the shit out of the worst shit songs there are. We've got, as always, Zav, Bevo, and Dan Southern. How you going? How you going, fellas?
Good.
Very good. Very good. Ready to
talk about some shit songs.
Yeah.
Another one from 97. There seems to be a really
really
zeitgeist year.
Was this 97?
Yeah, a zeitgeist
shit,
year for
really?
shit songs, yeah.
Well, it's Never Ever by All Saints.
Always start the fight. Either way, I'm going out of my mind. All the answers to my questions I have to find.
My head's spinning. Boy, I'm in a daze. I feel isolated. Don't wanna.
Will I ever listen to this song ever again after this?
I got it.
This is the most depressing thing about this whole podcast being a part of it, is that I have to actually listen to these songs.
Yeah, that's it. The algorithm starts thinking that I'm really into these songs that I've listened to 4 or 5 times.
I know.
It's a serious issue that not a lot of thought was put into the start.
Yeah, I found myself this afternoon setting up a trampoline out the front, and I had All Saints going on my phone at the same time. And I'm like, what is happening? I don't feel good
you
about
meant to
this.
listen to the Dragons theme song, but you got that instead, and you're like, oh no, this is the wrong thing.
Suddenly felt the urge to jump on YouTube and write, who's still listening to this in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much of that on this song, by the way. Like, I don't know what's going on with these songs that we're reviewing, and we're classing these songs as really shit, and therefore they make the podcast. You get on the YouTube video, and there's so many people that love these songs still.
These
It's
were
nostalgia.
hits,
It's
don't forget.
nostalgia. That's all it is. It's like, it's not that good, but you probably thought it was good 20 years ago, so it just lives in that place.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kick this off with the lyrics, right?
Yep.
Now, I actually sat there and counted this.
Oh no, you've taken the words right out of my mouth.
What? How many lines of lyrics there are?
I went for words.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go. I went lines.
Yeah, okay,
And then
yep.
you can give me words.
All right.
How many lines of lyrics do you think are in this very radio-friendly pop song from 1997?
I'll keep my mouth shut because I know the answer already.
Is this including how many repeated choruses at the end?
Yeah. Yeah. If you go lyrics from the start to the very bottom, how many lines do you think there are?
110?
It's so goddamn close. It's 108.
Wow.
It's 108 lines.
I just I actually looked up the lyrics and I had to scroll. There were so many.
Yeah, so
It's the
when
first
I
pop-
realised I had to do that, I counted the words, and the average word count for a song is 225, which I think is still a fair amount. I think whenever I write a song, I'm like, how little words can I write to get my point across? It's usually
42.
Yeah. 866 words are in this song.
There's a couple of, I watched the video and it's shorter than the Spotify version, and then there's a UK version which is a little longer than that but shorter than the Spotify. So
yeah,
someone
6.5 minutes.
I got points on that too. Yeah. You guys don't even know.
Yeah, see, when I was getting into songwriting and stuff, someone who'd written a lot of good songs told me, oh, I should try to keep, if you want to if you want a lot of people to listen to this, try and keep it around 3 minutes 30 because that's your average song length. That after that, most people will tune out. But that's not the case with this song.
No, 6.5. 6.5 minutes seem to be the key.
Minutes.
Well, 6.5 minutes is going to have to be the length it needs to be, considering the intro is 1 minute.
But
1 minute. She goes
when
on
you
and on
It's the
about
worst
nothing. Oh,
If you
stop.
have deep, like, deep spoken word that you need to have on there that's not getting cut out by a producer, a record executive, anyone, then that 1 minute's worth it, I guess.
Well, let's talk about. Actually, I found out that first part is from the demo, and they couldn't replicate the feel.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Bevo. They fucking replicated it, all right? Like,
they did it.
There is no feel.
They did the demo where this silly bitch decided she'd put down all of her, like, most thoughtful thoughts.
Innermost
I never
thoughts.
thought I'd
then-
ever say this, but
and then-
there's less feel to this intro than Anthony Kiedis as a singer.
I know. And then they flew halfway across the world to Washington, D.C. to record it again. And someone sat in that booth and went, "You're just not capturing this spoken word moment."
Yeah.
They're like, no one's saying, "Don't fucking do it." How about that? Here's an idea. It's called Trim the Fat. Trim the
Actually,
fucking fat.
it's got one of my least favorite like vocal lyrical things. It's the very last line. All the answers to my question I have to find. Like, it's not Yoda. Come on.
It's an old
they have to-
Chinese proverb.
Yeah.
Anytime they have to flip the what's the word the subtext, I don't know. But
Wait,
just
is
to
that
make it-
after she just repeats, "You can write a little letter,
No,
babe"?
later. Yeah, no, it's like, did I never treat you right? Did I always start the fight? Either way, I'm going out of my mind. All the answers to my questions I have to find.
That's
It's
kind of like if you don't know if you're never quite sure how to properly poach an egg, if you're going to
Syntax,
be
that's
going
the
to
word
all
I'm-
these efforts to try and find the answer to every single question in your life, you're in for a bad time.
I like that. So straight off the bat, she boasts about how amazing her vocabulary is, and then in the
She's
next
all of it.
line, she says, "The alphabet runs right from A to Z."
Yeah.
It's like a Sesame Street episode. It's like, I've got all the words, and the alphabet goes from A to Z.
The Simpsons.
That was it.
First A, B would usually follow.
I hate every chimp I see, from chimpan to chimpanzee.
She's also talking about, I don't know who's talking about it. I don't really care, but I'll take a shower. I will scour. I will rub. It's like, I'll get some 1200. I'll cut and polish while I'm there. We get what you do in the shower. You don't need like,
Scour
this is
is
why
such a
these too
funny
many
word.
words.
It's
Yeah,
always like
How dirty
words
is
you
this
don't
bitch?
see in songs a lot, and scour is one of them.
Scour, yeah. Like orange. You don't see scour in a song.
And it's like, you're not clean unless you're taking all 4 layers of skin off each night. So
Makes me so angry at this song. You
Well,
don't even know.
look, a funny thing that I did read about this is that so you've got the Appleton sisters, who are the 2 Canadian broads in it.
Yeah.
Who actually, once you get through this 6 minutes of epicness, you realise that one of those chicks didn't actually sing anything at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's a 4-piece. Only 3 of them sang in 6.5 minutes. I don't know what this other silly.
So we
bitch
got a
is doing.
Victoria Beckham right up in here, do we?
100%. And I only assume it's because it's one of the sisters, and it's like, no, we're a duo. We come as a package. But they basically tried to completely fuck over. Let me get this name right. Shaznay Lewis.
Pig Latin.
And because Shaznay had actually written this song, and that as the group, the other 3, not including Shaznay, recorded vocals for it, then took it to a record label to sell it without Shaznay. And when they hit them up and went, "So who actually wrote this song?" They were like, "Oh fuck! All right, we better go back and get Shaznay." And that's how Shaznay stayed with the band, because
Wow.
it's like, well, who wrote this? So how do you then stay in a band with these 3 other people that were basically just trying to rip you off the whole time?
Brutal.
And then somehow end up with the third best-selling female single in the UK ever.
Is it that liked? Can't
I'll
believe
tell
it.
you what.
Yeah. Yes, it
You know,
is.
you know why I think it's so successful though. It's literally Amazing Grace.
Yeah, they were
Is
talking
it?
about that.
Yeah.
They stole Amazing Grace in the
Yeah,
chorus.
it's just
pretty
Amazing
much.
Grace, which is arguably one of the most recognizable tunes of all time.
Wait, hold on.
But they
Make
did
that
it in
work for
common
me.
time, 67 beats per minute.
What's the chorus for Never Ever?
It goes,
It's most recognizable in the
Amazing
intro.
Grace.
Never
Yeah.
ever.
Have I ever?
I don't see how that's Never Ever. I don't.
Listen to the very first, the bit where the spoken word part.
I'm
If
only
you
hearing
if you
about
do
the,
Amazing Grace as spoken word, and then it's very similar to this song.
I don't know. I like that they had the token black chick just doing the sass on it, though.
Yeah.
Like, she was the one with like attempting to be soulful with her voice, but
Well,
doesn't have
that's-
a strong voice at all.
Her singing is so it's in key, but it's something really dissonant about her.
You know
I'm
what
not
it is?
crazy
It's the
bits.
fact that she doesn't have any sort of oomph behind her vocal at all, but you can tell the producer was there just being like, damn it, bitch, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. And she's trying to feel it, but she's dead inside.
Someone who's
It's
not
also
feeling
just
it
the
is
harmony.
Melanie. You know Melanie? Do we
Mel
know who
B.
Melanie is? I think she
Mel B.
sings. Yeah, she's
It
singing
is Mel B.
somewhere
It's the All
around
Saints Mel B.
around like 2 minutes 30. She sings. Her verse is awful. What is she singing?
They're all
She's singing next
They're
to the
all
burning
actually-
car. It's like I wouldn't stand next to a burning car if I were you. It might explode.
wait until we get into this. Wait until we get in this video clip. And let me just say for anyone
Which
listening.
video clip? There's two.
I know. Actually, there's three. But well, yeah. I think we need to actually give people a little bit of a heads up to say like we do discuss the videos a lot in these podcasts, so we do highly recommend you, if you're listening to this, you can hit pause, watch the film clip,
Yeah.
come back.
Do your research.
Or
and
just
really,
watch it.
You know,
Watch it with the sound down with our
watch
commentary.
it with the sound down while we're talking about it, because
You probably enjoy it a lot more.
100%. Well, you're not going to enjoy it with the sound up.
Yeah. Either way, turn the sound down and watch it.
Yeah.
The best option.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that we're bringing back DVD commentary?
Yes.
My favorite.
How good was that?
I missed that. I missed
So
the
good.
commentary.
So good.
It's what you don't get with Netflix these days. I tell you.
Yeah. Well, there's an idea for you.
But I do like that these other three chicks that were trying to screw over Shaznay were more than happy to completely profit off her pain from writing the song, where she said this was like she actually is quoted as being like, this was such a personal and really painful song to write, and then these other three chicks are just like, I know what we can do. Let's go and record it and try and steal it from her, and then turn it into a massive hit. So it really has to just like keep stabbing her in the guts over and over and over
to check
again.
every month.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the fact that spoken word made it through the demo stage and onto the final thing is
It's so-
mind-boggling.
It's like, you know when someone who can't rap tries to rap and they're just really trying to make the words fit to the rhythm? That's what it is.
But there's not even.
It's
she's
not.
even
She's so far
rhythm.
off.
Yeah. Because she's kind of
no.
half singing and then. No.
She can't make her mind up.
And it almost sounds like she's got an someone who's like speaking English as a second language. The way she does it, but they're from London, aren't they?
Two of them are Poms, two of them are Canadian.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds strange. It stinks of a like a terrorist or hostage situation letter that you've been forced to read. So you got to read it, but someone's holding a gun behind the camera, and you're just having to read whatever's on the bit of paper. If you close your eyes and just think she's saying this under duress, then it starts to make a bit more sense. But let's get into the video.
Yeah.
All right. So
This is very exciting.
there were 3 videos made for this. there was a UK one which I couldn't find when I was looking for it. Which apparently is
Neither could I.
based around all of them being in a pool.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Then
one.
there was a US version, which
that's
was
the one I
based around.
watched.
That's the one I'm familiar with, and then watch again today.
That's the one with the church,
which
yeah?
is based in a church. And apparently, they filmed an entirely new one for the Australian market.
Wow.
Oh, I thought the
That-
Australian
I don't
one got
know.
the church as well, but
I remember seeing the
Maybe
church
not.
one, like as a kid watching it. It was the church one, but apparently they did one. Maybe they did like a live video or something out here at some point. But
that church video though, I don't know about you guys, but I was just sort of watching it going, yeah, this is a pretty generic video, and then some crazy stuff starts happening.
I did not realise the crazy shit that goes down in this.
And even
And
better.
not to mention that it's the windiest fucking church of all time.
And also, I love in music videos when the sound effects of what's happening in the video are interlaid in the song.
Yeah.
They're louder than the vocals.
yeah.
It's like, am I in a burning inferno? And like, what? Why are you singing, bitch? Like, why are you
Well,
singing?
When
Burn
I
it
was setting up the
down.
mic to record this, that was the car burning at the same time, and I was like, "There's this like, I'm like, oh, what's happened to my mic? What am I getting? Oh wait, it's a fucking car."
Yeah, I know. I thought I was picking up a whole different thing. It took me at least 30 seconds to figure out that there were really, really solid sound effects on this video clip.
That aren't in the song,
No,
added for the
No.
video.
that's all right.
So I watched the US version, and like, I'm pretty sure I said this up top, but I don't feel much about this song at all. I'm not passionately against it. I'm definitely not passionately for it. Like I listened to it. It just doesn't. It's crazy to think that all the money that went into all the marketing, everything is involved, and like I've just got zero thoughts about it. It doesn't wow me. It doesn't unwow me. Like, I don't hate it, but I definitely don't think it's great. But the film clip, I will say that I thought it was it's a strange bunch of stuff going on. I think the strangest thing is that they've obviously got like a bit of they got some crew there throwing like flashing lights and throwing things, and like, crew of people setting cars on fire and whatnot. But they included those guys in the film clip, like they filmed them as well. Like if you pause in certain parts, you can see the roadies wearing black shirts. Like just literally, it's like 1 minute 30 or something like that. You literally just see a guy with a plain face just sitting there, like holding a set of lights that's flashing, and he's off to the side. And if they weren't in there more, like they're in there a few times, you'd swear that was not meant to be in the clip. Because it's super theatrical. It's like there's a lot going on, but then you just see this like guy in a black shirt holding a spotlight that's flashing from time to time, and it's like a prop that is not meant. You're not meant to see him.
Well, the flowers being superimposed like a star wipe. Just every now and then you get flowers that just sort of come out. It don't seem to have anything to do with anything else. And then all of a sudden, you've got flowers, flamethrower.
Yeah.
Just like lighting the room up. Like,
Yeah, and she's
it's
like,
it's like a Die Hard
It's just
movie, but
a break
like,
up.
yeah.
she's like, I'm not crazy, but it's pretty crazy to stand that close to a flame. I would think.
The craziest part, though, is the ending, where it just zooms out on the three of them, and then there's more of them, and it's them again.
Yeah.
Until
Oh,
there's
yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of all.
Yeah. Like, there's no. I really tried to follow this, going like, what's happening here? Is this a metaphor? Like, there's nothing that makes sense about it to me. There's a helicopter. There's like feathers. They're in a forest. There's flames. There's trucks. There's guys being launched through the forest. There's cameras. I don't understand why it's relevant to the song at all. And there's probably a huge budget behind it as well.
Well, I thought when all the All Saints come at the end, the hundreds and hundreds, I thought, oh, this must be a metaphor for
Army
like,
of Saints.
this is all the women that have been scorned by relationship.
Mm.
And I was like, this must be just like hundreds of different women, but it's just the four of them, if there's four of them over and over again.
That's called, I've got this cool effect in the editing suite.
I did want to talk about how there's a helicopter in this video too. It's
Go.
pretty cool for there's a helicopter
Do
in
it.
this video too, which is huge
Budget.
for a song about why did you break up with me. Maybe it's
Yeah.
because you're in military operations with explosions and helicopters.
He went dark. Went dark for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's all I have to
It's
say
also-
about that.
I also noticed that there's quite a lot of the old pop and slap bass all through this song.
It is a jam.
Like crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Like
just
going
made
to
a
town.
comment about the actual production of it. It's just like everything from, I reckon it was that year, is a
Yeah.
typical 90s song generator mix. Like it's they sound
Yeah.
To be
exactly
slow
the same.
jam. Yeah.
Okay, so how many saints do you give this? 10 being instantly
No
dead.
saints.
Instantly dead. And 0 being I love it and I wish there was 5 of them instead of 4 of the saints. Zav.
Yeah, we're gonna keep last week's whole persona going. 9. I hate this song.
Hates it.
I think it's so
Hates it.
bad. I don't know why it's a thing.
All right, Dan.
Well, I really feel like I want to reserve my most brutal ratings for the shitter songs, but as I said, I'm slightly indifferent with this one, so I'm going to give it a 5 because I don't hate it.
It's in the
I don't
middle.
hate it nor love it.
Bevo.
Yeah, I think we're going to give it a 9 as well. I mean, it would have been a 10 if it wasn't for the explosions.
Wouldn't have
and
seen
the,
that coming.
The clones
No way.
at the end.
I
Pretty
thought
bad.
Bevo loved this song.
Yeah, I
Didn't I
thought Bevo
suggest
had
this
no
one?
real points.
Oh, maybe you did.
I did
Yeah,
suggest this.
don't know,
I'll give it a 3. I think it's wicked.
Okay.
What? You have really done me there, haven't you?
It's actually the first CD single I bought with my own money.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
I feel like I need to
We
take
had
a
this
shower
conversation. I
and
said
scour.
that you were silly, and now you're saying that you give it a 3. How dare you
Uh,
claim it like that?
Chibbs, this is why you're so good at the alphabet.
Yeah. A to Z.
You've told
I
me
know all.
before about the alphabet and how it
This
goes
is
from
why
A
you
to Z.
could count to 108 when you were 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're-
I've only liked songs that have over 100 lines of lyrics ever since.
Hi everyone, it's Dan here from 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. I'm here today to let you know that our podcast is now available on Patreon. That's right, for as little as $2 a month, you can now support this podcast rather than listen to it for free, effectively stealing the food out of the mouths of our starving children. There's one of them now. So why not join us on Patreon? You get bonus stuff each month, and you can even be a guest on the podcast if you want. Now, doesn't that sound better than making our poor children starve? Oh, kids are great, aren't they? Anyway, on with today's episode.